So enough talk, ladies and gentlemen. Into the land of Dawn we go to witness the first game between RRQ and as well as Bigatron Alpha. Let's go.
Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, right here as we enter the game. I don't know, looking at it right now, I do favor RRQ's draft a bit more, maybe a lot more than BTR. They've secured a whole lot of prior heroes, and look at Albert, he's on that new Dragon Tamer Lancelot skin.
I love it. I love it. A Lancelot skin here, and Albert will definitely pick that up. And now it seems like with the early game, Bigatron Alpha needs to capitalize on their composition here. Piquito, fast clear, Natalia on that high and draw and execute. The kill pressure is just real. And now Skylar, with that sidestep, will be able to somehow escape pressure. Again, Bigatron, they need to play aggressive in the early game.
They seem to be equal in the mid lane, and on top side, the Paquito will have an advantage. The talent prediction by Axe, though, overwhelmingly in the odds of RRQ. So Bigatron Alpha, they have the stage to try and surprise every single one of us as they are trying to aggress onto the mid lane, but Clay, he's just playing it really, really safe.
Again, based on the drafts, it doesn't feel like Bigatron have much counterplay, right? The only thing they can kind of do here is to get a winning lane snowballed to death with that Natalia, but it doesn't seem like they will be able to do so. Natalia in this game, Esme can't really be bursted down here. Vin as well is going to be able to spot the key out a lot, so this is going to be really good for RRQ down below. They've already formulated, they've already tried to, yeah, they are actually going for a slow push down below, getting Skylar some room to recall or maybe to put some more pressure on.
Ooh, he is still camping the lane, though. He looked for an opportunity, but Skylar will be able to see him. This is so annoying for Skylar to deal with, but for the most part, it's good because Bigatron Alpha, they're spending so much time sending key to the bot site for no real reward.
Real reward indeed here. Turtle is up. It seems like both junglers, they are in that vicinity, but no commitments just yet. Top side though, 2v1 as well as the mid side here. Atlas forced to recall. This might be an opening here for side of Bigatron Alpha to somehow find the right engage.
Well, you can see that RRQ Hoshi, they're trying to contest this as much as possible, but with the spells flying out from Bigatron Alpha, they might find it a bit too difficult.
Real world manipulation. Turtle will be secured in the hands of Bigatron. A big RRQ. They will not force a fight just yet here. A very clean take on the first turtle. Bigatron Alpha finds the first neutral objective ball in the mid side. He has no mana here. Firelings as well connects, and he will not be able to survive first blood by Samsung. Falls in the hands of Clay. RRQ with the counter re-engage claims they'll kill.
Yeah, one objective traded for a kill, but in terms of the goal as well, wow, Skylar already rotating to the mid lane very early on, trying to just deny all those minions from Moreno, who is going to miss a few. I think 2 minions is what he's going to miss, not just one, but still, that's a little lead that RRQ can take as well in the mid lane. I like what they're doing, Arashi.
In the meantime, Marky went for the gold buff as well, so he will have a bit of a equalization as far as gold comes to. If you look at the items though, the emblems from both these teams, Marky is going for a more aggressive of an emblem choice. And of course, Key with the high and dry, he wants to make sure that the 1v1s, the very critical 1v1s for Natalia, he will be able to get that extra bit of damage. And hopefully, if he gets strong enough to assassinate the members of RRQ Hoshi, he can exert a lot of pressure, and that will allow Bigatron Alpha to have a lot more freedom to play around for these mutual objectives.
And Marky's got to be very careful in the gold lane here. Up against the Beatrix, you do win as a Brody in a straight-up 1v1, but that's never going to happen. Atlas there, Vin, is always going to just try to come down below. And definitely Beatrix has more ways to kill the Brody with the help of an Atlas than a Brody in a pure 1v1 all-in. And it's looking like they are going to go for the bottom side. Again, Marky doesn't have the flicker, so he's just zoned out away from that cannon minion.
Wow.
The gold gone, just like that.
That's big, right? And Bigatron, they are somehow late in rotation because the fast clear heroes of Valenciana as well as Atlas in the mid side. And take a look at Paquito. He is quite isolated here. He might be in trouble. Sorizo staying in the offside region, perhaps too long, but no, RRQ will not commit on towards a kill. They will, though, commit on towards the turtle. Max Sorizo coming to the party as well, providing vision. Clay taking a lot of damage, forced to flicker away Albert and friends. They are trying to find a kill, but a fatal next onto Moreno here. Popped that sprint to escape, but it seems like Moreno will escape. He will actually take Lays alive here, and Moreno baits back. And now it seems like Max will not go down as Vin actually, but the neutral objective will fall into the hands of RRQ. R7 has no sprint. He will definitely get taken down as Max finds the double top side.
Wow, the opposite actually happened there. BTR, they were able to take the win in the team fight, and RRQ takes the objective, but this is going to be bad for Max. His purple buff was stolen away. Albert's going to have a significant lead right after he takes that entire side of the bottom jungle. And they might actually look to try and... No, they won't go for the dive here, but I thought they were going for the dive, knowing that, again, BTR are rotating towards that top side.
Well, that was a 3-for-1 trade for RRQ Hoshi, though. They are able to secure the turtle, but at what cost? Skylar here will be able to secure the turret, but Key, as well as the rest of the members of Bigatron, they were trying to actually try and save that, but the purple buff is where they make their play.
Oh, very well timed.
Wow.
Thorn rose there by Albert. The shards came in too late there. Albert still surviving with that invade, but take a look at the mid side already. RRQ trying to find a play here. It seems like Bigatron, they do not want business, and yeah, it might be a very, very free mid, but never mind. Chorizo comes in, Clay gets taken up, but on the other side, Marquis also pays. It's just 1-for-1. The mid laner for the gold laner here, Mirko.
Definitely worth for RRQ. BTR, they were looking for that purple buff, but Albert stole it without his retribution, if you guys noticed. With his Thorn Rose, he was able to steal it away from Max, who used his retry. So right now, Albert has a 1-level lead. He's jumping in.
Uh-oh, he's in a very awkward position, but Chorizo just knocks two members down, but the damage from Albert and as well as Beatrix is just too much. Max gets the killing spree, but it will be 1-for-1. A gold laner for a roamer. Bigatron Alpha responds back.
Good trade so far by BTR, even though RRQ have been ahead in terms of that gold lead and ahead in terms of the rotation. Bigatron have reacted to every single play properly.
Right, Bigatron have two assassins essentially, and they have members that can dive into RRQ Hoshi. So Skylar needs to be a lot more careful and maybe itemize a bit more defensively in the early game, because this is where he is the most vulnerable, and Bigatron Alpha will look to abuse that as much as possible. We've already seen traces of it in the early game, and now once it comes to these skirmishes, they're trying to do that yet again.
Rotation, rotation, rotation. RRQ with that turtle securing the second neutral objective, the last one as well. But top side, Paquito, Chorizo, just freely there, taking the turret down. But take a look at the mid side. He gets the fatal lanes and he gets taken down as RRQ looks for a fight. But Chorizo jumps in from flank. He gets one. No, it will actually be Max taking the kill. 4 kills to his name already. And RRQ Hoshi, they are somehow losing in rotation. Chorizo exploiting Paquito top side very well.
Chorizo is so fresh on the Paquito. He's always been able to find these crazy flanks in the game so far. From the first turtle fight to that one just there. But Chorizo might be caught now on that Paquito, very mobile. So yeah, Chorizo's doing a lot for his team right now. And you can see, based on the gold as well, he is holding both a gold and XP lead compared to R7.
But if you look at the gold lane, Skylar actually has this more gold than Marky. So Marky is still behind, but he has the epic core already completed. Skylar though goes for the Hunter Strike instead, and the steel leg plates to make sure that he does not get bursted down again and again. But of course, later on in the fights, Max 4-0 right now with a lot of damage here. The Genius one and Shadow Twin Blade already completed. He can one-shot Skylar as well. So the problems have only just begun for Skylar.
And it's pretty interesting to see that Marky has gone for the Heptases to the Melphic Roar instead of a BOD first item. So again, they're really, really leaning on towards that crazy burst fight, Arashi. They want the fights to be as quick as possible. They do not want to go for those prolonged fights, but it does seem like they get the turret down below.
Yeah, it seems like Skylar with that BOD with Chorizo, he is quite isolated in a very awkward position here. Pop that sprint, he escapes, but that was almost a blunder there by Chorizo. But then again, resets. Skylar has already BOD in his arsenal, so expect a lot of damage. Once again, Lord has spawned here. Key position himself in a position that can somehow give out information towards out of Bigatron Alpha.
That was actually not bad by Chorizo. He did burn a sprint, but with that Bloodlust Axe, he's able to sustain back up, and R7's gonna get engaged on.
2v1, the Sarge will claim unstoppable for Max, but take a look at RRQ. They're not standing idly by. They are now committing onto his Lord with that.
Oh!
Wow! Marino steals the Lord here. No retribution needed as Albert will somehow find a kill, and Marky claims the life on towards Albert. What the heck is going on? RRQ, Hoshi, they're getting outplayed up, left, and center.
Beautiful. And Chorizo! Oh my goodness! What Chorizo's been popping off in this game. My goodness. What a brilliant fight by BTR. That robot efficiency that we've been talking from the start of the season is coming back. And BTR are looking as efficient as ever, grabbing everything just like you guys can grab food with the promo code grb.to/MPL.
Wow, man, they're just playing it really, really quick with the rotations. And we have already mentioned, this is one of the main strengths of BTR Alpha, being able to be at the right place at the right time, faster than their opponents, and they're abusing it completely. That fight really almost went in the favor of RRQ, but they just, they are miscalculated. And right there, R7 gets taken out yet again. Too much burst damage from the side of BTR Alpha.
R7 gets caught here. He has no sprint in his arsenal, so it's somehow hard for him to escape. Now, the mid side, the inner turret will be the target for side of Bigatron. Will they force a fight here? No, Bigatron will play this disciplinedly, just taking the turret and immediately backs away.
Incredible value with the first lore. They're able to get so much control on the map. The pressure now is on Bigatron Alpha. Well, it's on RRQ from Bigatron Alpha. With all the lanes pushed in this much, they have full control of the enemy jungle.
Exactly. Now because in Alpha, they can attempt to actually play the macro game yet again and just out-rotate RRQ because they have more burst damage. If they catch members mid-rotation, off guard, BTR Alpha has the higher chance to just delete one of the members of RRQ Hoshi. And RRQ Hoshi, they don't have the same kind of threat.
Wow,
Skylar isn't nearly strong enough to make that kind of play happen.
3 winners truncheon, Arashi. 3 winners by Max, Moreno, and Brody. Marky's opted to go for the win of nature here. Again, I do know it's to cancel out the fatal links, but 3 very early on for a marksman as well.
What's significant from the items as well is Holy Crystal already added in the hands of Amon. So again, the damage power, the burst power is just more than enough to delete the member from side of RRQ. Meanwhile though, I mean, from side of RRQ, they also have items, especially for Skylar Arashi. Perhaps they are still seeking to turn this game around.
RRQ is definitely looking for a chance to try and make something happen. If a big fight happens, right, and everyone gets comboed, that is where RRQ Hoshi will have an advantage. The AoE coming in from Skylar, from R7, there's just a lot more possibilities. But when they keep fighting for, while taking the Lord, while everything is messy, when Bigatron can get flanked by Key, by Chorizo, this is where Bigatron is the ones excelling. Because again and again, we have seen RRQ Hoshi, despite sticking together as 5, Skylar has been consistently able to be picked off by the members of Bigatron Alpha.
And that's what's scary about this composition. The composition that not just me, all of us doubted on the caster desk. Look at this composition and look at how they're building. It's full burst. RRQ just needs to sustain a little bit longer in the team fights, but they haven't been able to because Bigatron have been playing the lanes really well with Chorizo. Notice how R7 has been caught 3 times. Again, it's all on the back of Chorizo playing the lane super well to just force R7 to come into the fray every single time. You did see that Chorizo has completed the 100 strike Vince looking for and engaged off.
Oh, Marky,
winner.
Juicy target here, stunned away. But no, there you go. Marky gets taken down. The winner's run comes in late. The real manipulation comes in as well. But Marky gets taken down there 1-4-0. It seems like he is next 2-4-0. And now RRQ, they are building their pace 3-4-0. And in the backside, he gets another. Even though Albert gets the shutdown triple here. For Skylar, a wiped out here, head and shoulders for side of RRQ.
One fell swoop is all they need. 18 seconds on the death timers and a Beatrix with the win of nature now. They can end.
Base turret mid-side falls and enough clear minions. RRQ claims the first game. Bigatron Alpha. What the heck happened?
Oh man, I feel like Marky was way too trigger shy there. He didn't pop the winner truncheon. He had the flicker too. He had the abilities, the resources necessary to jump out of that one. But I feel like he was too greedy. He wanted to wait for the exact right moment to winner, just so that he can outplay. And that costed BTR the game. RRQ 1-0.
When you're up against RRQ, you have to understand that one moment is all it takes. A sort of doubts surrounding RRQ right now. How well can they perform after such a disappointing lose streak? But right here, they just showed that it doesn't take much, man. You give them an inch, they will take a mile. RRQ turn the fight around, get that backline dive, and end the game off the back of an insane wipeout.
Wow, you can see the tears.
An emotional fan here. Just, yeah, he is somehow passionate in supporting RRQ, but RRQ, I feel like they squeaked this game. They barely squeaked it, set it up by Vin with that concealed play, targeting Marky down, and after that, they got dismantled.
They did. I mean, based on the drafts, I did feel like RRQ had the better one. One straight push, RRQ finally breaking that game loss streak. Not yet breaking the match lose streak just yet, as again, they will need to go for one more game. That was a good performance by BTR, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like that game was kind of thrown by Marky Arashi. That one play, he had the winner. Remember, he bought it. He bought it. He had the flicker too ready. A bit too gun shy.
Honestly, man, when you're up against a team that can pull the trigger that fast, that quick, that decisively, like RRQ Hoshi, it is dangerous to leave your core members, like your gold laner, like your mid laner, exposed in the mid lane without any protection. We've seen that before in different games, but right here, we see it yet again. They spot the priority member, they go for the engage, and just like that, it's over. You cannot allow your weaker members to get exposed like that. Bigatron Alpha learned that the hard way.
Bigatron Alpha, after a convincing what? 10 minutes of gameplay. They cannot end the game. They just one mistake cost the game.
I believe this is reminiscent of the match between Blacklist and RSG. Actually, that was also a similar situation. Gold lane shows up, gets jumped on. So I think Bigatron, they had control in the early game off the back of very good burst heroes on their early game composition. But then afterwards, they let up on the pressure just a bit, and just like that RRQ, they find some space, they find the concealed play, and it's over just like that.
You can see again, yeah, the replay on the tears there for the RRQ fans that have been waiting since the loss streak started. They finally got a victory, but again, like you mentioned, Gani, they kind of scraped this victory with one team fight. BTR were